This is a guide on how to beat Arven in battle, in Pokemon battle, when he challenges you with his level 60 plus team. So as always, I recommend preparing for every single battle as much as you can, and the first thing you should do is focusing on leveling up your Pokemon. The best way you can do this is actually through the Poke Portal, using a Nintendo Online subscription to do Terra raid battles online. At the end of the raid, you will get XP candies depending on the level of the raid. Like this is a 4-star, means you're going to get medium candies and large candies, as you can see here. And you're going to use these to level up your Pokemon. And if I go ahead to my candy screen here in my bags, you can see I can use these to level up my Pokemon and a decent amount, and this is at least to get them over around to 65. I would recommend being around 65 to take on most of the end game, you know, the Elite Four, the champions, and everything like that. The next thing we should talk about are Pokemon moves. Now, you want your Pokemon to have the best possible moves so that you can take on this encounter. So I recommend, after watching the video, have a look at what typings you might need, what moves can help, and go to the TM machine, the green one at the Poke Centers here, and go see if you can make TMs in the specific move typings that can help you defeat the enemies that I'm about to show you. And the last thing you need to know is something that's probably going to help you very much if you do this tip. It's going to allow you to increase the damage and the effectiveness of your Pokemon, and this is by adding battle items to your Pokemon that they can hold. As you can see here on my party, I have a Muscle Band on my Scyther, I have the Specs on my Armor Rouge, a Quick Claw on the Weevil. Now if you don't have any of these in your inventory, you can actually buy them using money in the game. So right now I'm in the school area, and if you go to this little shop located at the bottom left of the Messagosa here, it's called the Delibird Presents, you'll be able to buy battle items that you can put on your Pokemon to hold. As you can see here, some of the items that I already showed you, like the Muscle Band, can slightly boost the power of a holder's physical moves, increasing the damage that I do with the physical moves. So things like these can help you on your team massively to get through some of these tough fights. So I'd recommend not sleeping on these and actually go ahead and at least make sure your Pokemon is holding something that they can benefit from, instead of holding nothing. Alright, so let's begin the battle against Arven. So his first Pokemon is going to be Greedent. Now Greedent is very slow, very slow. It is also really weak to fighting type moves, so I highly recommend you start out with a fighting type move Pokemon right at the beginning, or start out with a Pokemon that is able to use something like Stealth Rock to get the whole battle off into effect so that every Pokemon of his gets damaged. But fighting type is going to take the win here. Arven's next Pokemon is going to be a level 60 Scovillain. Now this is weak to poison, rock, and flying type attacks. It has a really moderate speed and HP, but it has good attack and special attack. So you don't want to take any hits from this. You want to try defeat it as quickly as you possibly can. So try use a flying, rock, or poison type right off the get-go. Arven's third Pokemon will be a level 62 Garganacl that is weak to water, grass, fighting, ground, and steel. It has a really high defense, a slow speed, so you want to try hit it with a special attack because you're going to have a lot more success attacking with special attacks instead of physical. I personally exploited its slow speed to go with Garchomp and use something like Dig or Earthquake to kill it as quickly as possible. You should note that if it does get a move off, it's going to use Stealth Rock, so every Pokemon you use after the fact is going to take damage as they get changed into the arena, so do be aware of that. Other than that, you just have to be careful of its Earthquake attacks and just, you know, try to beat it as quickly as you can. Arven's fourth Pokemon is going to be Toedscruel, which is a ground and grass type. It will be weak to fire, flying, bug, and a 4x weakness to ice. It's very fast, it has a very high special defense. You kind of want to attack it with a physical attack. I recommend ice, it's going to help a lot. It doesn't have, it has like a moderate HP, but remember, it can hit pretty hard itself, so do be careful. Other than that, a very fast ice type will take care of this nice and easy. Arven's fifth Pokemon is going to be the water and ice type Cloyster, which is going to be weak to electricity, grass, fighting, and rock. Now this one has an insanely high defense. You don't want to attack this one on defense, you want to attack it with a special type attack. It's got moderate speed, it's got low HP, it's just its physical defense is really high, so if you use something that is a special attack, it will die really quickly, especially if you're super effective. You don't even have to be super effective, it will probably work. So focus on a special attack here, not a physical, and that should make the fight go really easy. As much as you're gonna feel bad for fighting his final Pokemon, Mabosstiff, sounds like such a weird word. This Pokemon has a very high attack, moderate speed, moderate everything else basically. It's weak to Bug, it's weak to Fighting, and it's weak to Fairy. So you should be able to take it out with like a good Bug type, Fighting type, or Fairy type move. Just be careful, if it does attack you with a physical, it's probably gonna one-shot KO you if you're weak to Dark type Pokemon. It will also terrestrialize into a Dark type, so do be aware that its terrestrialization form will be Dark type. Feel free to use your terrestrialization yourself on any Pokemon you want throughout the entire battle, depending on your weakness or whichever Pokemon you want to fight, that's going to be the hardest for you to beat. Other than that, the fight is pretty cool, it's not too hard, it wasn't too difficult, and with the advice I gave you in this video, you should be able to beat it quite easily as long as you have a decent team. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.